Reopen activists say they have hundreds of restaurants ready to go this weekend. Too many health order violators to stop all at once. The list of restaurants is secret. Denver's order to close down Colorado's hub for mail due to coronavirus is getting some attention from Congress. Former Governor Hickenlooper says he won't show up for a video meeting with ethics investigators. Try that line with your company's next Zoom meeting. I think we should acknowledge Colorado's major milestone that's not just about the numbers. And tonight we hold our celebration of the class of 2020. Your words about the graduates who deserve their due. Next. America's fourth largest postal distribution center right here in Denver remains open in open defiance of a public health order. The city wants it closed after 5 coronavirus cases there and some stonewalling by the Postal Service. A shutdown of the place that handles all the mail for Colorado and Wyoming would be hugely disruptive. Today, Democratic Congresswoman Diana DeGette of Denver told the Postal Service essentially, play by the rules or shut it down. Marshall Zellinger broke this story, which now has the attention of Congress. And Marshall, all the city wanted was for the Postal Service to pick up the phone.
That was the stance of the Denver Department of Public Health and Environment. Basically, give us someone to talk to, and in the absence of that, we're going to issue this closure order. That distribution center has had 5 confirmed COVID-19 cases, and one of those cases, the person passed away. The employees were tested back in April and in May. So the city met with Postal Service representatives today, and a spokesman for the Postal Service told me USPS has provided 67 pages of documentation, copies of procedures, and pictures. Colorado Congresswoman Diana DeGette sent this letter to the Postmaster General in Washington, D.C. today. It says, quote, I remain deeply concerned that remaining open over the objections of public health officials may have both short-term and long-term negative effects for USPS frontline workers and recipients of USPS services. I just talked on the phone with the Congresswoman about what she thinks if this should be a reason to shut that place down.
I was really disturbed when I saw the story last night that the Postal Service wasn't even talking to Denver Health. So apparently after they got my letter today, they initiated discussions. I mean, I don't think we should have to sacrifice the health of our postal workers to make sure people get their mail.
Should a federal facility be above a local health order?
Not when you're talking about the health of the workers.
But when I pressed Congresswoman DeGette if she will take a stance that the distribution center should shut down because of this closure order, she said she hadn't had a chance to read through all the documentation from the Denver Department of Public Health and Environment, and she just wanted that communication line to open up, which apparently it has now, Kyle.
Marshall, do you get the sense that there is a difference of opinion about what's safe, or that it's just a territorial issue?
I'm in a unique position because I've received a lot of emails in the last 24 hours with information that I can't confirm for any way, so I have a few things running through my head. But from an official standpoint, I think we've got federal guidelines. We have to get this facility, the stuff inside of it, out of it. There's really no backup plan, perhaps, to close it down, so maybe if we just put up the stop sign, it goes away.
Marshall Zellinger, both intelligent and diplomatic, saw that on display there. Hey, buddy, have a good weekend. We'll see you on Monday.
You too.
Reopen Colorado activists say hundreds of restaurants are going to reopen this weekend in defiance of state health orders. They have wanted this to happen for weeks, to get such an overwhelming number of reopenings that public health officials are swamped and can't go and shut them down one by one. Restaurant owner Joe Oltman says after a meeting at his place in Parker, up to 600 restaurants have signed on to the resistance. We cannot verify if this is true, because they were not willing to tell us which restaurants are involved in the effort. They could be risking their insurance. State insurance law allows for the cancellation of a policy if the insurer finds that a restaurant is putting customers at increased risk. The first legal challenge to Democratic Governor Jared Polis's executive order power ended up in court today, in virtual court. Multiple groups are challenging the governor's decision to allow ballot issue petitions to be signed by email and mail rather than face-to-face with a signature gatherer. Even the district court judge admitted no matter what he decides, this is just going to drag on.
What I'm about to say is not trying to insult myself. I am a speed bump on the road to justice. All right? Whatever order I enter, no matter what that order is, it's going to make one side or the other in this case unhappy, or it's likely to. And what that means is that whatever order I enter is undoubtedly going to be appealed.
Judge hoped to have a decision Tuesday or Wednesday, which means the losing side will appeal Wednesday or Thursday. Former Governor John Hickenlooper, in the middle of his Democratic Senate primary, is refusing to appear at a scheduled ethics hearing on whether he accepted illegal gifts. Colorado's Independent Ethics Commission wants to hold this meeting remotely in June after months of delays. Hickenlooper's attorney says a hearing by video violates his due process rights. They want to either submit written testimony or postpone the hearing indefinitely. The former Republican Speaker of the State House is challenging Hickenlooper's private jet travel. He says he also has concerns about a remote hearing, but Frank McNulty told me they're willing to participate remotely if that's what it takes. We are approaching a significant and an encouraging milestone with COVID-19 testing in Colorado. Back on March 7th, President Trump said anybody that wants a test can get a test. That was not true then, and 76 days later, it is not true everywhere. But it is pretty much the case in the Denver metro area, and that is something that we should celebrate. My colleague Chris Vanderveen, who knows these numbers inside and out, noted that perhaps we're a bit too fixated on the numbers, how Colorado is still well short of its daily testing goal, that perhaps we should be acknowledging and really appreciating that this new drive-through testing site at the Pepsi Center basically gets us to the president's pledge. That basic idea that anybody within driving distance who wants a test can get one. That means less worry, less waiting, less chance of infecting an at-risk Coloradan just because people with mild symptoms couldn't get a test before. It is 76 days later, but it's here. So in the midst of a pandemic, that's better than good news. That is great news. Those dusty little flapping suckers are back again.
We can tell them 1,000 times they shouldn't come in the house. They will do that anyway.
Wow. Let us appreciate the annual migration of the Miller moth. No, really. And we've set aside some real time tonight for your tributes to the class of 2020. These are tenacious and determined young people. Let's celebrate them together. Next. The class of 2020 emerges forged by adversity, headed out with the understanding that life's circumstances are sometimes outside of your control, leaving only your own reaction in your hands. Seeing the stories of the class of 2020 from parents, the students themselves, and from teachers, I think the future is in good hands indeed. I am proud to present to you the class of 2020.
My name is Hylasia Martin, a graduate from Cherokee Trail High School. I did it. I would like to thank my teachers, family, and friends for supporting me on my journey. Love you all.
This is my Birth at High School 2020 graduate, Keatron. Best of luck, Keatron, in the future. Congrats. I love you.
My sister, my step-parents, my mom, my dad, they have all done everything they can to help me, and I am just grateful and really excited to be going to college to hopefully become a doctor one day. And I just want to say thank you to everyone who has helped me get here. Wouldn't be here without you, so thank you so much.
I wanted to make a video just in honor of all of the teachers that I've had over these past 12 years, just to say thank you and to show my gratitude. Obviously, senior year didn't end the way any of us wanted it to, but if I've learned anything from my teachers these past 12 years, it's to always persevere and to make light out of a bad situation, and I'm so grateful for every single one of them.
The teacher I'd like to thank is Miss Ketchum for all her help over the years. She was such an inspiring teacher and I learned so much in her classes. I'd also like to thank my parents, especially my mom, for all the help with my schoolwork throughout my years of high school. Go Rams!
Hey Colorado, I'd like to thank my parents, professors and study buddies, lab partners and preceptors, friends and family, and everyone who supported me throughout nursing school.
Brandon, I know your senior year wasn't supposed to end this way, but I want you to know that I'm extremely proud of you. I'm proud of all your accomplishments. I'm proud of all the years you played baseball. I'm proud to be your mom.
Hi Kyler, it's Mom. I just wanted to say that I love and support you. I'm so proud of you. You are an amazing son. You're an amazing friend. You're so kind. Always follow your dreams, follow your heart, and know that you are surrounded by tons of family and friends that love and support you. And congratulations to you and all the graduates from the class of 2020.
Happy graduation, CJ. We are so proud of you.
Hey buddy, we love you. Happy graduation.
And we know how hard you worked the last 4 years, so congratulations, and pretty soon the whole world's gonna know too. We love you!
Love you!
We miss you!
I don't have children, but I do have 3 senior gymnastics instructors on my staff, Jenna, Morgan, and Emma. I wanted to give a shout out to you guys because I know it's really hard right now and you guys are doing your best and you're making the best of it, but I hope that this graduation celebration is any consolation. Thank you for all you guys do for me and the program. I really appreciate you guys.
This is my son Willem, and he's graduating CU in May. We couldn't be more proud of him and all of his accomplishments. He's a great guy. Smart, funny, kind, compassionate, thoughtful, and caring. We're really proud of him.
I'd like to say happy graduation to Erin Maybach, who just graduated with her undergraduate degree, cum laude, from Elon University in North Carolina. I'm quarantining at the moment because she came home on such a crowded flight, but I'll get to see her in a day or two, and that way I'll be able to give her own graduation hug. We're so proud of you, Erin. You are just incredible, and happy graduation.
Hey Dylan, congratulations. Mom and Dad are so proud of you. You had a great high school career. Looking forward to great things in your future.
Hey seniors, this is Cal Fran from the Colorado Rockies and Tom Serapson High School class of 2011. I want to send you all my best wishes as you move on to the next stage of your lives. This is an important time for you to learn about the world and about yourselves. Take the time to grow. We all make mistakes. The entire point of this journey is to learn from our mistakes and grow as people. You look around the world today and see so many people helping others in different ways. Remember that as you look around to your classmates and friends today and in the future. These are the people who have been with you through the good times and the bad. At some point, you have most likely propped each other up and worked together to achieve a goal. Someday, they may need your help, or you may need theirs. Treat everyone you encounter with kindness, compassion, and respect, and you will accomplish things far greater than you ever imagined.
Hey there, you made it. The weekend is finally here, and it looks interesting. We'll start with Saturday. Some sunshine around here, a chance for seeing a few thunderstorms in the afternoon, but the real drama rolls in on Sunday. That's when this next system dives into the state. It cools us off, it brings rain, and the possibility of snow. Yes, snow up in the high country. Right now it looks like about 2 to 5 inches coming for areas above about 10,000 feet. Your 3-day forecast, because that's what it's all about, right? Low 80s tomorrow with an isolated storm, low 60s Sunday. We'll be back in business with mid 60s with a few more storms on Memorial Day.
Whoever wrote that song that goes, "This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine," that person never had to deal with miller moths, because those crafty little suckers would be all over that little light of yours. Their migration is thick this year in Colorado.
This is the place. So we are here south of Keensburg, east of Brighton. It is a place where they're coming through. So we have the miller moths a little bit earlier than the city. Wow. They migrate from the eastern plains to the mountains. In the summer, they need a lot of food which they find there in the flowers. They eat nectar. My name is Dr. Frank Krell. I'm the Senior Curator of Entomology at the Denver Museum of Nature and Science. I love bugs, but many people don't, and if they see a bug, they freak out. It's rather not particularly newsworthy, but it's not news. It's an issue of memory. People remember that in previous years we had few miller moths, or they don't remember the miller moths at all, because who cares about bugs? They normally use the moonlight and starlight to orient themselves, to know where they fly to. And if there is a very, very strong light, like a light bulb, they're just completely confused. A lot of moths are eaten over the summer, and that's why the back migration, the return from the mountains to the eastern plains, is not so recognizable. We can tell them 1,000 times they shouldn't come in the house. They will do that anyway.
A great story through the lens of our photojournalist Tom Cole. A single mother raising 3 kids and working during the pandemic shared a video thank you note for the one person she could not do it without. That good news is next. Your good news came to us late last night in the form of a Facebook message from a mother in Parker. A mom whose family includes twins who would have had a kindergarten graduation this year. Actually, they did. Keely Birch's words and her home video are this week's good news.
Welcome, friends and guests.
As a single mom, I was also struggling with what was I going to do with my 3 boys. My dad drove through the night, straight through to come be with us, and he's been with us since March 23rd.
At this time, I would like to invite each of the kindergartners up to receive their kindergarten diploma.
And he has helped us and got online with all 3 of my kids every single day. He's a retired elementary school principal, and so it's been so great that he has a background in elementary education and has been able to help them so much. And since both of us have doctorate degrees, we whipped out all of our regalia, and I ordered some things online for my twins who are in kindergarten so that we could provide a little graduation ceremony for them.
Wow, I can't believe it. I was elected the Teacher of the Year. I'd like to thank you all.
I'm going to look back on these last few months and I'm going to smile because my dad was such a selfless person in coming all the way out here to help me day in, day out.
One of many beautiful memories made during a tough time. Carol writes in tonight, says, tears of joy watching that graduation segment. Wasn't that something? That was the fine work of Next editor Jeff Sawtell. Wildly talented guy. Alan asked about the drive-through testing in Denver, whether folks without symptoms can go. Absolutely, Alan. You do not need a doctor's note for that. Dean says, hey, Next, where are the other 3 singers in the barbershop quartet? And Tom says, your wife should monitor your clothing. My wife has nothing to do with this mess right here. See you next time.